Welcome back, guys, to another video. In this video we will be doing a review of the Razer Seiren USB plug-and-play mic. You already saw the video of the unboxing. Hope you guys enjoyed that. This will be a follow-up to that video. First off, what we're going to do is let you know that the entirety of the recording, this microphone is what we're going to be using for what you're hearing. That way you guys actually get a actual feel of what this microphone sounds like. We will go over what was in the box. I know we kind of went over it in the other video, but in case you didn't see it, we'll quickly go over it. First, we got the microphone. We have the aluminum base, USB cable, an instruction manual, and kind of a quick install guide. Pretty much it. Like I said, it's a plug and play. No real big whistles or to do on how to set it up. Very easy to set up. So let's get into it. First off, with this mic, a lot of different multi-directional patterns that you can use. Main one I use for is for streaming, so it's very directional right through the top of the microphone. You have conference calls, which means everybody can speak into it from different angles and it'll still pick it up clearly and precise. There is instrumental. There is vocals for, say, singing, audio recording for maybe like an interview where two people are on either side of the microphone. Obviously what we're going to be using it for is the cardioid, which is the one direction. We'll go over the bottom here, flip it over. It's very cool. This mic has the two little knobs here for tightening down or actually releasing the microphone off the base to where you can mount it onto like a boom arm. So we're going to flip it over. Here we have the mini USB input. Right below that, I already put an adapter in for the boom arm, but this is where you would hook the boom arm into the bottom of it. Just below that, you can see a 3.5 millimeter opening for headphones. This is to monitor your own voice as you speak. So say you have an actual headset on. When you talk, obviously you're going to sound a little muffled, but if you have a little earbud in, or you have almost like a Y adapter for your headphones to plug into here, you can actually monitor your own voice to see if you're talking too loud, too softly, and adjust those levels. Just below that is a lighting switch to where, I have it off right now, but you click it on, nice little green logo. Obviously aesthetics, but if you want it off, if you want it dark, so be it. Knobs on the front, we are going to have your levels. These are for gain, for if you have too much audio in your background. You can actually set that to where, I guess, best way to describe that is if you are in a room full of people and you only want it to pick up your voice, or if you have background noise, or you have a window open and you don't want to hear the actual traffic outside, you don't want that picked up. This is where you would adjust that knob, and it is very sensitive, I might add. I have it on almost the lowest setting, and if I crank it up just a little bit, you will actually hear a lot of stuff in the background. Air conditioner, fan, anything like that. So it is a very sensitive mic. Let's see. We also have, just kind of going over their own manual. I don't want to get any actual terminology wrong, I guess. We have the pickup pattern selector, which is the P. That would be, you can kind of see it on this other side when you do turn the knob, this little LED display. This is what I was talking about earlier, the cardioid, the omnidirectional. I believe there are 4 different settings here. Let me go through that real quick with you guys. We have cardioid, which is, like I said, the streaming, the podcast, the voiceovers, very directional audio pickup. Then we have stereo, which would be from 3 different directions. We have vocals, instruments, kind of like if you have audio coming in from a couple different angles. Then we have omnidirectional, which would be great for conference calls or an event. So you have a room full of people and you want everybody to be picked up equally, you would use that. Then you have bidirectional, which would be great for podcast, as in you're doing an interview with somebody talking from directly across from each other. So those are the different patterns, and it will actually show you the little pattern right next to it. That's where your gain is, and you can see as I adjust that knob, you will see the actual bar kind of fill up and go down. That's what picks up all those outside sources. Then on the other side, you saw this knob here. This is for the volume for the headset jack underneath. That is what's going to give you your, I guess, the pickup from your own voice. I don't mess with that too much just because I don't use that. Some people do, I guess maybe setting up your mic for the first time, but I don't think you're really going to need that much after that. Just below that is your mic button, which is very handy. I know a lot of desktop mics don't come with a mute button right on the microphone. Very easy to use. Obviously, green is for hot mic on. Red, I'm not going to push it because obviously you won't hear me, but red will mean it is muted. Just below that, we're going to go with the bass. The bass, I'm going to turn, okay, make sure that's off so you guys can actually see. The bass is actually very sturdy aluminum, very heavy. It is solid bass, 2 forks coming down. Let me position this just to where you can see. Coming down into the bass, all one solid piece. On the very bottom, very thin foam layer to where you're not going to have that vibration from the desk when, you know, if you bump the desk or something, it's not going to vibrate against that metal and then up through the microphone. As you can see, I have a pop filter kind of connected to the bottom. Razer does sell their own pop filter that connects directly into the bottom of the bass. I already had this pop filter from my boom arm from previous microphone that I had. It still connects to the bottom. It's not, obviously it's not made for this, but it still connects. It's just a clamp that clamps onto this portion of the bass. Works great. That's what I use it for. Next, we're going to go into how well it performs. I've had this mic for a couple weeks now, ever since that unboxing. This is all I use. I use it through the Windows 10 Xbox app for both playing on Xbox One through Party Chat, and then I can actually switch it over to Skype calls, TeamSpeak, anything I want through the actual PC. So it's very easy to set up through that. It's actually just a plug and play. Like I said, there's really no setup involved. Once you connect it, you just set it up as your default communications device under recording, and it'll take over as far as your mic for your Xbox app. Overall review from my recordings that I've done and the feedback from people that I've spoken with while using it, very clear, very precise, great audio levels. Within the Razer Synapse program, there's not a whole lot of tweaking that can be done with it, which I feel like there should be, maybe a little bit more. All they have are sampling rate and bit rate, and those are the only two things that you can kind of tweak on that. So maybe in another update they will bring in a few more features with Razer Synapse. But honestly, that's not even that big of a downfall because it's a plug-and-play mic. It is what it is. It does the job. Great levels, great recording from what I've felt. Very easy to use. I love the fact that I can actually monitor my own levels directly onto the mic. I also love that the mute button right here, very clearly marked, right in front of my face, so I know when I'm recording on a hot mic and when I don't. Very easy to disconnect. These two little arms just pop off. Mic just slides right out, and then I can connect it to my boom arm when I'm using that. Overall, I would say for right now, for what I'm using it for, I haven't used it for much else other than a few recordings on YouTube and for live streaming. I've gotten great feedback from it. It's a little bulky, not gonna lie. I would say it's about the same size as a Yeti. A little heavy, so if you are gonna get a boom arm, make sure you get one that can support the weight of a Yeti or the Seiren style. Overall, I would give it about an 8 out of 10 for a review. Very simple to use, very simple to set up, great quality, and for the price, I would say it edges out the Yeti as far as quality. I've been using the blue Snowball and blue Yetis for a while now. I've tested both. Good quality mics. This one edges that out a little bit just for the features that it has directly on the mic and the actual quality and the I guess the different types of recordings that you can do with it. Like I said, with the omnidirectional, the bidirectional, the cardioid, very specific ways to use the mic. Other than that, looks pretty. Just gonna throw that one out there right there. Looks beautiful. So with that, guys, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for some more videos. We'll get those out to you right away as soon as I can post them. And leave a like, comment, and make sure you subscribe. Thanks, guys.